It is time for the Nebraska Dairy Update. I'm Chad Moyer. On today's program, we're going to talk a little bit about the DEAL program, which is an effort of Midwest Dairy. Here to tell us about that is Alyson Fendrick, Manager, Farmer Leadership Development with Midwest Dairy. Alyson, thanks for joining us here on today's program. First of all, again, a little bit of background if folks don't remember. What is the DEAL program? Tell me a little bit about the history of this effort.
Yeah, so DEAL, we are on class 4, getting ready to recruit for our next class. But DEAL is the Dairy Experience and Agricultural Leadership Program, or DEAL. We love a good acronym in dairy. So this program is an 18-month program, provides opportunities for our young dairy farmers across the Midwest region, how to learn to engage with consumers, conduct media interviews, network with industry and peers, and gain a deeper understanding overall of the dairy checkoff. So DEAL is actually made up of 3 separate phases of in-person meetings with some local assignments in between that focus on learning local leadership, being a part of consumer-based events. But our first phase is what we're getting excited for and gearing up in February of 2026. But this first phase will really focus in on diving into dairy checkoff, discovering the strengths of our participants and the communications, and really just giving a deeper dive of our history and letting them learn what checkoff is and how we're working on their behalf. So very excited for that program.
Yeah. Before we talk more about that, again, we say this is class 4 coming up here very soon. What has been the impact of the first 3 classes, farmer involvement and things like that?
Yeah, we're so excited about those that have graduated. We actually just graduated 17 dairy farmers in our last class in August. And overwhelmingly, they're saying their feedback has been so positive. The biggest thing for them is the ability to be able to network with like-minded dairy farmers and having just that bigger network cast of people to call on when they have questions or they wanted to have big ideas on their farm or in their community, and being able to lean on to that network of peers that they met through this program has just been huge. We've also really been able to hone in and take out some of those wonderful media skills and lean into some of those farmers to help them share their story, whether that be through checkoff or other opportunities. So been wonderful to see them thrive and grow throughout the programs.
Okay. So like you said, recruiting is underway for the class 4 of DEAL. So that comes up in February, I believe. Give us, you kind of mentioned it, but expand on that a little bit more. What's in store in that first phase?
Yeah, I am super excited. So we're actually kicking off February 24th and 26th in Charleston, South Carolina. So it should be a great time. But with that, participants, obviously, like I mentioned, the biggest part of this is being able to network with their peers. But they're going to be able to do that and learn about the rich history of Charleston. We're also excited to partner once again with Dairy Alliance, which is another checkoff region in the southern area. So we're hoping to bring a few of those members along to learn too. But what they're also going to be able to do is get that deeper dive of regional and national checkoff work. We'll have presentations from Midwest Dairy, Dairy Alliance, and DMI. We're going to visit a local farm there that has some on-farm processing, as well as participate in that communications training that pulls out what each participant's strengths are. So really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a robust couple of days in Charleston, but a great way to kick off the program.
Okay. So who would you say would be an ideal candidate to apply for the DEAL program?
Yes. So first of all, we do have an age requirement. So those under the age of 40 are number one requirement. But the next thing is someone who's really actively involved in dairy production on their farm and really wants to be more engaged and involved in their community and in their checkoff organization. So those would be the best people that we're looking for right now for our candidates.
All right, Alyson, vital information. Where do we go to get more information, get the application, and is there a deadline?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's fast approaching. November 28th is the deadline. We're hoping to have all of our applications, and super easy. If you are a young dairy farmer or you know of a young dairy farmer, encourage them to apply, please. And you can do that by visiting midwestdairy.com and then /deal. So that was DEAL. The application, more information, all the great links, everything you need to know is right there. So perfect place to check out or to drive some of your friends. If you want to give them a gentle nudge, we would love that.
All right, very good. Again, a great opportunity. Alyson, thank you for taking the time and visiting with us, telling us about Deal Class 4, which is coming up here very soon. Again, that's Alyson Fendrick, a Farmer Leadership Development Manager with Midwest Dairy. And again, Deal Class 4 coming up in 2026. That is today's Nebraska Dairy Update. Chad Moyer reporting.